Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, I'm Lucy. I'm a mum to 4. I share all sorts on this channel, various different content to do with parenting, life as a family, and today I'm going to be sharing some planner content with you. I have shared various different planner content before. I have shared flip throughs previously, and I've got plans to do some more different planner content for you soon. So if you are interested specifically in planner content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss that content when it pops up. So the last planner video that I shared on this channel was a flip through of my spring months in my planner. So there is a flip through of all the weekly spreads and how I use them through the months of March, April and May. And today I'm going to be doing the same, and I'm going to be sharing June, July and August. Possibly wondering why I've got 2 planners in front of me. This planner finished in June and then I moved across to a new planner, so I'm going to have to share 2. Neither of these 2 planners have the right covers on them because I like to have a fiddle around and change the planners on and off of my happy planners. That's one of the reasons that I like happy planners so much, is because you can pull things out and change things around. If you're not familiar with planners, these are both happy planners. I use happy planners for my planning. This is my previous one. This is the one I'm using currently, but as I said, I've got 3 months worth to get through, so let me get cracking. I'll move this one out of the way and start with this one. This one has obviously got my July through to May, but we're only interested in June. So this is where June started in this planner. Normally, I'm really heavily reliant on my monthly spreads, but throughout lockdown, I actually found my monthly spreads really depressing because it just reminded me of all the things that I had booked in that I then didn't do. So I didn't end up using them at all. I kind of abandoned them, but I did carry on doing my spreads. So this was my first spread in June, which also happens to be my birthday week. So I went to town with some birthday stickers. These stickers are from the Happy Planner Celebrate book. So I had a rainbow of balloons, I had rainbow banners. I went for the quote in my sidebar: "Today is the oldest you have ever been and the youngest you will ever be again," because, you know, it's always nice to be reminded of those things. As I said at the beginning, through lockdown, I predominantly used my planner for memory keeping. So there's lots of different memories in here. There's positive things, I graduated from the couch to 5K that week, but I also have put in things like I had a really rubbish day, I was in a really bad mood, the weather was poo and I should have been seeing the Killers in concert and I wasn't very happy about it. I had a not so good day here as well, but then I had a really great day here, which I was really grateful for. So these are really nice to look back on and kind of remember the different things that were going on during lockdown. This week was a blackout spread. So the previous week had been Blackout Tuesday, and the planner community kind of came out in support of the Black Lives Matter movement and kind of inspired everybody to try doing a blackout spread, which I did with all my stickers, and then I added in a bit of colour with pen. It was actually a real kind of change for me to do something like this, and was actually really fun. So I think it looks really kind of bold because the colour is from the pen and the stickers are all black, which is kind of the reverse of what I would do normally, where I normally have loads of colourful stickers and lots of black pen. I then had to choose, this is my favourite quote of all time, "Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud," and it's quoted by Maya Angelou, who is obviously a very inspiring woman of colour, and I felt it was important that I put a quote in there from her. So this was my spread from that week. On this week, which was, I'm glad that I was writing this down, this is really helpful, the 13th week of lockdown at home, and I reached for the Rainbow Dreams sticker book. That sticker book makes it so easy to throw a spread together if you're in a hurry, because the entire book coordinates. So as long as you stick within that book, you are going to find it really easy to throw a spread together. I used some of the different quote strips from that book. I used the kind of stars and all the different star stickers to fill in the gaps, and a couple of full boxes. And the quote that I used is, "Family is like music. Some high notes, some low notes, but always a beautiful song." I felt like that's quite a good quote for lockdown in general, because it can't all be good, but it also isn't all bad. So you have to have a bit of a balance, and that is life. I have been playing around a lot more with my lettering, trying to vary up some sort of cursive script with some more kind of like bubbly type fonts, and then some writing in capitals, and then some of my sort of more normal writing to kind of vary up. I think it just makes it look a bit more interesting and a bit more dynamic to have some different writing going on, and I used these stars to kind of put down a star highlight moment from each day, which I think was a really nice thing to do, and I might do that again actually, because it's quite fun to just pick one exciting, nice highlight out of each day. This particular week I was feeling really uninspired. Goes like that some weeks. Sit down at the weekend ready to plan and just have no inspiration as to what to actually put in it. So I went through the Rainbow Mega Pack, the really big chunky Happy Planner sticker pack, and I just literally took out a quote in each colour of the rainbow. I used some rainbow washi and I kind of left it at that. It ended up being perfect though, because that particular week for homeschool, I taught the kids all about pride. We had a kind of whole Pride Week celebration that week. The kids wrote some fantastic poems. They learned all about the LGBTQ plus community, and actually ended up being really perfect. So I went to town with the coloured pen again, made it a really bright and vibrant spread, and then it had to be a pride quote when it came to choosing a quote for that week. So I chose all people should be treated equally, regardless of who they are or who they love. And then because that week, alongside my children, I found out what the colours of the LGBT flag stand for, I thought I'd put them down there so that I don't forget. I did this spread here in honour of my mum, who celebrated her 60th birthday on this day here. She loves a beach hut. I also love a beach hut. And I went for beach huts all the way through the middle of my spread. I thought they were kind of fun. They look bright and colourful. I like every now and again to try and do a spread where I'm not using very many stickers. So with this one, my before the pen was literally just my beach huts, which I drew in myself. I did use a ruler. And I used my scalloped washi that's from Doodlebug Designs, which I love, which pops up quite a lot. But then as I was starting to fill it in with memories, it felt a little bit flat, like it wasn't enough. So I used some of these brilliant little stick girls to kind of just jazz it up and make it feel a bit more summery and a bit more fun. My quote for that week was, "When things change inside you, things change around you." This was a week with a lot of changes. Our government announced a lot of changes to lockdown that week, and because we were heading into kind of the end of term and stuff to do with moving on to next year at school, we felt like we were on the cusp of a lot of change, and it felt kind of right to acknowledge that in my planner. And that was the end of that planner. So let's get started with July. Again, as I was saying, wasn't really bothering to decorate this spread so much, although I was using it. So all of the things that are in here are things that were going on for us in July. They were various different kind of appointments, assemblies, stuff that we had going on, but I just wasn't feeling massively inspired to decorate my July and my August, my monthly spreads, because it just reminded me of all the stuff that we weren't doing. This was my first July spread, so I went for something a bit different for me, and instead of doing the sort of traditional rainbow, and I tend to go for kind of more graphic-y and bright kind of cartoony stuff, I went through my sticker books and I found lots of summery stickers that were photographs or kind of more, photographs, pictures. It felt very different for me, but I had a whole set of different ones that came from various different D-stashes that I bought from Facebook, but it all tied together really nicely and I liked how it turned out. I kind of went with a kind of bit of a ad hoc. There's different shaped boxes, there's triangles and circles and all sorts of different things. It's good sometimes, I think, to try things that are a bit different. I definitely reached for stickers that I might not necessarily normally reach for, but I really like how this turned out. I think it was really fun. Again, when I was filling it in with the pen, I did try and include some more of the colour for each corresponding day to kind of bring that rainbow out. But I feel like it's a really good twist on a rainbow. As you'll probably have guessed from these flip throughs, I like to have rainbows in my planner every single week. But it's nice sometimes to find a slightly different way of incorporating that. This one, honestly, I can't even tell you how much I love this. I created this bottom bit with some watercolours, and then I just sketched on the palm trees in black to kind of have them as like a silhouette, and I just love how striking it looks. I then just went for some really simple tropical quote stickers, and that was all I had for my before the pen. I thought it was really simple, really striking. I really liked how it turned out. I then kept it really simple when I was doing my after the pen. So as I filled it in, I just went for plain black for each of the sort of activities and memories that I was jotting down, and then I drew in my own boxes around them. I like to draw boxes around stuff. I am very keen on kind of keeping individual memories or activities in their own sort of separate area, but I absolutely plough through box stickers. So this is a good kind of cheaper way of boxing stuff off without having to get through tons and tons of stickers. And then I went for a really inspiring quote that week of follow your passion, it will lead you to your purpose. This one was a really fun one to make. I feel like washi tape can be the unsung hero of the planner world a lot of the time. I feel like it maybe doesn't get the credit it deserves. We're all about the stickers and it tends to be a bit overlooked, but this time I made an entire spread with washi tape and it was really good fun. So some of it is washi tape, some of it is the washi sort of strip stickers that you get in the sticker books, but it was all different washi and I just literally cut it into triangles to feel kind of like a mosaic-y effect. There are a couple of different planners that had done kind of mosaic type spreads and I was desperate to give it a go, but of course had to put my own spin on it, so I went for my sort of rainbow spin. And this week I just kept it really simple, so I've got just really simple. I picked out a couple of things from each day to jot down. As I was doing my after the pen, I did also start using some icon stickers, which I think just again add a little bit of interest. So there's obviously a food icon, a kind of movie icon, a TV icon, a running shoe for when I was doing my running. It's just an interesting way of kind of just lifting it and making it slightly more exciting than just a plain old writing in a box. This was my anniversary week. These stickers are from Rebel Ink Company, as are the boxes as well. Actually, this week it had to be hearts really because it was our 11th wedding anniversary on the Friday, and I went for kind of a confetti effect kind of falling down the page. I then used the boxes to kind of jot down any specific memories, and I used colour in the boxes to tie in with the hearts at the top, and then outside of the boxes I just used plain pen, and it had to be a smushy romantic quote down the side. So I went for all love stories are beautiful but ours is my favourite, which is actually a quote that we had on some sort of various different stuff at our wedding, so that felt really fitting. Again, not using the August monthly spread as much, but this was my first August spread, real kind of tropical vibes, a little bit of a kind of deviating away from the rainbows that I do sort of more traditionally, but still have got, if you look really carefully, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, which is kind of my thing. But I picked out loads of sort of tropical quotes and colours, and I really love how summery and fun this is. I love how these sort of leaf strips really kind of add it, make it feel really fun, and I love the kind of fun and colourful quotes. This week I decided to go for something really seasonal. I don't often go for a fully seasonal type spread. I will try and tie in various different themes of things that are going on in our lives. But this particular week, I knew we were going to be away for the first half of the week. We went just to go and stay in a caravan at the coast. And it just felt like I would just go to town with a proper kind of summery, beachy spread. Although we're obviously not travelling anywhere exotic or beachy. This was the nearest we were going to get this year. So I thought I would reach for all of my really beachy, summery stickers. The quote that I went for is smell the sea and feel the sky, let your soul and spirit fly, which I thought was perfect. And then I've got all my kind of inflatables, ice lollies, sunglasses dotted through the middle. And then I used a variety of different boxes. I'm never always quite sure what to do with these sort of curved top boxes, but I think they work really nicely in this spread. And I don't often use these big boxes either, but I felt like they worked really nicely as well. So it was good to sort of try some different things. With this spread, I actually took pages. I don't know if you've noticed, this is the normal planner pages with the stripes down the middle. I took some pages from another planner that I had that had the inflatable at the top because I just felt like I was going to put inflatables on my page. I felt like I needed to use that one up there. And it also has different numbers, which allowed me to kind of colour it in to tie in my sort of rainbow and colour theme, whereas this one's obviously got plain black. This week I was feeling a bit stuck. It seems to be a bit of a recurring theme. On the weeks when I feel a bit stuck, I reach for the same Rainbow Dreams book. It's just so easy to pull a beautiful spread together with the Rainbow Dreams book. So that is why I end up reaching for that one on those weeks when I'm feeling a little bit less inspired. I really like how this one came out. I love the kind of vintage colouring of this. It's like a bit retro in colouring is what I mean. But it's really fun and really simple. I just went for lots of full boxes, one in kind of each colour to go through my rainbow. I used some of the different washi type stickers to kind of fill it in, and then I also used some sort of strip quotes to fill in the gaps, and then these kind of dynamic popping out quotes which I think look really, really cool. And then I had to go for a rainbow quote this week, so I went for the greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow. I would like to say that this feels like the perfect quote for this year, because this year has been one hell of a storm, has it not? I guess we're still waiting to see the rainbow. Let's hope it's coming, hey? But yeah, I really love how this came together. Really bright, really dynamic, just the plain black writing and then the really sort of brightly coloured stickers. Oh my goodness, I love this. I actually did an ice cream spread very similar to this last year. If you go down and you look at those kind of previous flip through videos, you'll be able to see it. My ice creams went a different way across the page, but it was basically the same principle. I loved it so much. It was my absolute favourite spread of last year. I just had to recreate it this year because who doesn't love ice cream? As the quote says, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy ice cream. And that's kind of the same thing. So yeah, nothing says summer spread like ice creams if you ask me. So we topped off August with an ice cream spread. Really simple, black writing on the various different memories and activities that I wanted to record, and then I just went round them with the coloured pen to make the sort of box around those individual bits and pieces. Again, this washi tape is from the same set as the black washi tape that I mentioned a few spreads ago, and it's from Doodlebug Design. I reach for it all the time. And then that's September. I'm not going to show you September. You will have to wait and see my autumn spreads in another video when I round those up after I've done September, October and November. But that was my flip through of my June, July and August spreads in my planner. I hope you liked having a look through those. Like I said, do subscribe if you're interested in seeing more planner content or just more content from me in general. I do also have a specific Instagram account for my planner, so if you would like to see more planner type stuff, I would recommend that you give that a follow. I will leave a link to that in the description, but this is my kind of planner name if you want to go and find me over there. I really would like to start sharing more planning content with you all. It's a real passion of mine. I absolutely love doing it. So there will be some more planner content coming up, but if you have requests for specific things from my planner that you'd like to see, do let me know in the comments so that I can try and make those for you. And do let me know in the comments whether there was a particular week or a particular weekly spread that stood out to you, which was a favourite. I'd love to know which ones you liked or didn't like for whatever reasons. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I hope you have a lovely day whatever you are doing. Thank you for watching. Bye.